Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Lori, and you know what? I got the Ireland stuff up, but I feel like I wanted to talk to you guys about more stuff. And today is going to be on accepting your age, allowing yourself to get older. Listen, I didn't say don't make tweaks. I'm your girl who does Botox, a little bit of filler. Happy about this. I don't have to do it. I like to do it. If I didn't do it, I'd be a wrinkly prune and still think I was bad AF, right? So it's about embracing it. And I feel like so many of us, because the destination in life is always going to be death, right? That's just where you're going. Like, you don't have to love it, but unfortunately that's just, you're not outrunning it. So you try to do those things to enhance it, right? So what does it mean? So number one, think about this. I'm going to ask you this question, and I want you to tell me below, down here. I want you to ask yourself this question. If you could go back to 20, but you didn't know what you know now, just go back exactly as you were with no knowledge of your life history, would you do it? Right, but you don't have this knowledge. You know how you're like, oh, if I knew then what I know now. Well, yeah, of course. Then you go back, you do different things over. Let's pretend that that wasn't the case. Would you go back? There you have it, right? So you may or may not, but the reality is you're here now. So when you focus on what you could have done in your 20s and 30s and teens and whatever, when you focus on that, you're going to not be able to stay here. You're going to start focusing on regrets. You're going to start focusing on your fears. You're going to start saying, why didn't I do more of this? Why? Okay, so because now you're focusing backwards. So embracing your age, again, if you want to get some Botox, get Botox. You want to do a lift? Do a lift. Want to lift up the cow udders after having children? Do that. Do whatever you need to do, but not because you have to do it. Do it just because it makes you feel good. I do it solely for me. Right? So I say this because, like, I'm 51. If you didn't know, I'm 51. And I'm okay with that. I really am okay with it. I try to do the best that I can. I'm 6 years out of menopause. I went through menopause early. So, you know, I still have a little tiny bit of hot flashes here and there, but I haven't had a cycle in 6 years. It's amazing. I don't know why people are like, oh my God, I'm on the other side of it. I'm like, thank God. I don't have to worry about what do I need to take on vacation? Am I going to get my cycle? Like, you don't have to worry about all of that. But you're focusing on more of what it is that you didn't do versus what you're doing now and what you can do going forward. So you're just spinning your wheels and you're wasting a lot of space and energy for yourself, and definitely a lot of abundance that you have by focusing so much on other people, worrying about what you could have done when you were younger, all these things. We're here now. And that's the important part of releasing that part of your ego. If you go back to the ego death series that I have on here. So it's important that you have that, because when you do have that, it's impeccable in your perspective, okay? You start shifting out what your perspective is. You start allowing yourself to see things from a different space. There is something, and I remember being younger and hearing like older people say, oh, I wish I'd known then what I know now. And I thought, oh my God, this is like old people stuff. Now I'm that old people, right? And I say that to you because when you're worrying about someone else filling your void, or you know, oh, you were a mom and a wife for so long. This is why I tell everybody, stop putting all of these people as a priority. You have to be able to put yourself as your own priority. You have to do that. You're not identified by a mom or a kid, or you're not identified by that. If you attach that to it, you're going to have a hard time getting older. Because now you're thinking, okay, are these people going to take care of me when I'm old? Like, are they going to help me when I'm in my depends? You're here now, though. And that's in order to embrace who you are and where you are in your life and accept yourself for exactly who you are, is you have to be honest with yourself. You worrying about what could happen, shoulda, coulda, woulda, and that's actually what the episode 82, this week's podcast, is on: woulda, coulda, shoulda, or not woulda, coulda, shoulda, what if thinking, catastrophic thinking. If you're focusing on that, you're robbing yourself of right now. And when you're robbing yourself of right now, you can't embrace who you are. If you resist getting another year older, you're missing the whole point of life. When you resist getting another year older, what are you doing? Be happy you made it around the sun again. Be happy you're above ground. Sit in gratitude. See, be grateful. Like I said, do a little nip, do a little tuck, do whatever you need to do, but do it because you want to, not because you have to make yourself feel better. And allow yourself to also be embracive of those birthdays. You're blessed to have one. Okay? So when you focus more so on allowing yourself to love who you are, and like I said, I'm in my 50s, and it's a whole new vibe. If you're not in 50s yet, it's a whole new vibe if you let it be. It becomes perfect for you because now you're able to see the mistakes that you made and not create that over and over again, hopefully at this point, and to start to embrace who you are as a person, as whoever, however old that you are. So getting yourself in a space of embracing that. And then if you want to nip and tuck, go nip and tuck. But at the end of the day, be grateful for who you are in general, right? And so on your next birthday, and when you're looking at, what you're going to do on your birthday and all that stuff, be grateful that you made it around the sun again. That's why that gratitude journal, remember when I talked to you about the 5 journals? That gratitude journal is very important for you. That has to be 10 minutes, a minimum of 10 minutes every single day, timed every single day, because it puts things into perspective for you. Embrace the fact that, you know what, maybe you are sagging a little bit here and doing those things, but you're here now. So what are you going to do to celebrate it? You're going to go put your feet in the ground. You're going to go, what are you going to do? What do you want to do? But don't resist it. Newsflash, you can't resist it. It's coming. It's going to happen. Doesn't matter if you resist it. What you resist persists. Stop taking the path of least resistance and challenge yourself going forward. And when you challenge yourself going forward, you're able to sit with yourself and you're able to appreciate who you are for what you are. And if you want to put on some fancy cute shoes, a little bit of makeup, a little bit of nip tuck here, go for it. But at the end of the day, you still have to look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the night without all of that on there. So that's my spiel about accepting your age, right? Because I know some people, especially, believe it or not, I would say especially women, but I would be lying to you because I talk to a lot of guys who are kind of going through that midlife crisis too. And so they're struggling with getting older and things like that. So I think you shouldn't struggle with it. Embrace it. Love it. I mean, it is what it is, right? You know that's the motto. It is what it is. So when you allow yourself to do that, then and only then will you start to be able to be better for yourself, but also be better for other people. Because now you're not walking around in insecurity. You're not waiting for them to tell you how pretty you look. You're not waiting for them to say how much younger you look. You're not waiting for all of that. So, baby, you made it around the sun another day. Every day. You need to write that down. Ooh, grateful for today. Doesn't matter how the day is going to be. You're on this side of the ground. It's important.